Hi everyone, welcome back to Fragrance Finder. I'm your host Frost Tanner. Today we're going to be going over Jean-Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. This is an Eau de Toilette Intense, launched in the year 2015, 20 years after the original. It's made by Francis Kurkdjian again. You can pause here if you want a full breakdown of the notes. The main notes that I'm getting from this are an extremely sweet pear on the opening.
I eat pears now and shit like that. Shout out to all the pear
eaters.
Yeah.
And a nice spiced warm vanilla on the dry down. As for the time or occasion, I definitely see this as a going out fragrance for cooler weather like fall and winter. It's definitely not an indoor fragrance because the projection is pretty crazy, so it's going to be a little bit overwhelming for some people.
Ooh, it's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils in a good way.
Yeah. So if you're going out, if you're spraying on the back of the neck, it's going to leave a really nice scent trail and it's really going to catch people's attention. As for the demographic, it's definitely a bit more mature than the original Le Male Eau de Toilette. I picture someone in their early 20s through early 30s wearing this. Now I'm going to rate this fragrance in 5 categories. Now this is going to be for this particular batch on my skin, so your experience might be slightly different. As for longevity, if you spray it on in the morning, you can still smell it quite strong at the end of the night, and a few days later, you can still smell it on your clothes. So I give this a 9 out of 10. As for projection, this projects like crazy. You're going to get a peary sweetness all around you. I give it a 9 out of 10, and really 2 sprays max is all you're going to need. As for uniqueness, this does share the same DNA as the original Le Male, and it is a flanker, but that opening is unmistakable, so I give it a 7 out of 10. As for my personal rating, this is a fragrance that I own, but I do like it slightly less than the original Le Male, so I give this an 8.3 out of 10. As for value, for a 125 ml bottle, you can find it at discounters for about $115. I'd say it's pretty good value because the bottle is going to last you a while since you don't really need too many sprays. I give it an 8 out of 10. Now when we average out the scores in each category, Jean-Paul Gaultier Ultra Male gets an 8.26 out of 10. If you're debating between Ultra Male, Le Male, and Le Male Le Parfum, we've done a review on each of the fragrances as well as a comparison of all 3, so you can find those in the description down below. Thank you for watching Fragrance Finder. I'm your host Frost Tanner. Subscribe for weekly fragrance content.